Zamfara State House of Assembly set off committee to investigate the non-payment of workers' salary issue in the state. Troops killed 10 bandits, rescued kidnapped victims in Zamfara State. Sultan calls on traditional rulers in Zamfara to redouble their efforts to end polio in the state. ICPC to prove former Minister of Justice Malami over abuse of power while in office. World Bank to construct new schools in Zamfara State. Good day, viewers. My name is Alhassan Abdulmumin Imam. Here is the news from News and Current Affairs Alumma Television. Now the news and details. Zamfara State House of Assembly has set up committee to investigate the circumstances of the non-payment of July salary to some civil servants in the state. This followed a motion moved by Honorable Shamsu Hassan Basko, representing Mafara North on the floor of the House on Tuesday, and seconded by Honorable Farouk Dosara and Honorable Nasur Maru, respectively. Our House of Assembly correspondent Ismail M. Tukur reported that Mr. Bosco lamented the extent of the hardship encountered by the civil servant as a result of the alleged ongoing verification exercise. He urged the House to, as a matter of urgency, set up a committee to investigate the circumstances under which the civil servants were denied salary, inclusive of those from the local government and staff under the State or Universal Basic Education Board. The members called on the House Standing Committee on Finance and Appropriation and that of local governments to investigate the issue and report back within 24 hours. Honorable Haliru Katuru is to head the Committee on the State Civil Servant, while Honorable Hamisu A. Faru to investigate the circumstances of the crisis with the local government workers. Troops of Forward Operating Base FOB Damarke Bukium local government in Zamfara State have killed 10 bandits and rescued kidnapped victims. Our security correspondent reported that the military, acting on credible information on armed bandit movement with some kidnapped victims from Sokoto State through Gadarzaima village in Zamfara State, the troops ambushed the bandits, neutralized 10 of them, rescued all kidnapped victims and recovered arms and ammunition. Our correspondent, Hamida Abubakar Nansado, has more on the story.
During the attack, 10 bandits were neutralized while unconfirmed number of them fled with gunshot wounds and several others drowned in a swampy river in an attempt to escape from the troops. 6 AK-47 rifles, 1 PKT machine gun, and 5 magazines, 20 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, 3 mobile phones, 2 solar panels, 1 sewing machine, and sum of 2,410,000 naira cash were recovered from the bandits. All the 9 kidnapped victims rescued were from Sokoto State. Unfortunately, 1 female among the victims was killed by the bandits during the firefights. The troops captured 2 of the bandits alive, while all the rescue victims were handed over the appropriate authority to reunite them with their respective families.
Thank you, Hamida, for the report. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, has called on traditional leaders in Zamfara to redouble their effort towards polio eradication in the state. Abubakar made the call in Gusau on Tuesday at a strategic meeting with traditional leaders in the hard-to-reach areas of the state. The meeting was organized by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, in a collaboration with Sultan Foundation for Peace and Development. The monarch, represented by the coordinator of the foundation and Emir of Argungu Alhaji Ismail Mera, described the high rate of poliovirus cases in the state as alarming. According to him, from January to date, a total of 21 polio cases have been recorded in the state, the figure being almost half of the total cases in the country. He noted that out of the 21 cases, 7 were recorded in Gusau local government area, 6 recorded in Maradun, 5 cases in Gumi, while Maru and Bungudu recorded 2 cases and 1 case respectively. He called on traditional rulers in the states to always ensure that every child in their domain is vaccinated against polio. You are watching to the news from Alumma television station. Before we go on break, let us remind you of our headline. Zamfara State House of Assembly set of committee to investigate the non-payment of workers' salary issue in the state. Troops killed 10 bandits, rescued kidnapped victims in Zamfara State. Sultan calls on traditional rulers in Zamfara to redouble their efforts to end polio in the state. In part 2, when we return, you hear that ICPC to prove former Minister of Justice Malami over abuse of power while in office. World Bank to construct new schools in Zamfara State. We will be right back.
Al'umma TV, nagari na kowa.
Welcome back. You are watching the news from News and Current Affairs Alumma television station here in Gusau. Now the rest of the news. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission is investigating allegations of corruption and abuse of office against immediate first Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami. This was revealed in a memo dated July 19, 2023, signed by the Petition Registrar ICPC, H.S. Folarami, on behalf of the ICPC Chairman, Prof. Bolaji Oasanoye. This was revealed in a memo dated July 19, 2023, signed by the Petition Registrar ICPC, H.S. Folarami, on behalf of the ICPC Chairman, Prof. Bolaji. The memo was in response to a petition filed by the Human and Environmental Development Agenda, accusing the former AGF of corruption while in office. Our correspondent, Ibrahim Nuhu, has more on the story.
Heather accused Malami for distributing 30 car gifting worth over 100 million to his supporters in Kebbi State. The car gifted including 14 Mercedes-Benz, 8 Prado SVU, 4 Toyota Hilux, and 4 Lexus LX. Beneficiaries of the car gifted, as reported by the Premium Time, were social media influencer exclusive members of Malami Foundation and women supporter groups. Violating Section 31 of 2 of EFCC Act 2004 and assuming the role of Conference on Economic and Financial Crime Commission, as reported by the cable newspaper on 13 July 2020. AGF also ordered the sale of those vessels by the companies under EFCC prosecution for similar offenses of illegal bunkering, and this auction was admitted by the AGF through his media assistant pleading presumption of innocence on the part of the accused in a case being prosecuted by the federal government through the ACC. The group also referred allegedly duplicity of payment for 16.9 million feet to 2 friends as new lawyer for the recovery of the loot trace to a former Nigerian head of state, Sani Abacha, after a Swiss lawyer, Rico Mofreni, hired and fully paid by the previous government to help in the recovery had completed his briefing, as reported by Premium Time on 10th of April 2018. Ibrahim Nuhu, Alumma TV.
Thank you, Ibrahim, for the report. The World Bank assisted adolescent girls' initiatives for learning and empowerment project, AGLF project, in collaboration with Zamfara State Government, is to construct new classrooms, dilapidated education facilities in the state. Haji Asa'adatu Audu Gusau, project coordinator in the state, disclosed this in a statement on Monday in Gusau, the state capital. Abdu Gusau, while conducting the needs assessment in some girls' schools in the state, said the project would help improve secondary education opportunities among girls. The project will construct new classrooms and rehabilitate dilapidated ones across schools in the state within 6 months. The project will also provide water, sanitation and hygiene wash facilities, teaching and learning materials with a view to making the schools functional, safe, inclusive, and conducive teaching and learning. She commended Dr. Budauda Lawal effort in providing all the requirement, support, and cooperation to ensure the success of the project. That's the news from Alumma television station, but before we go, let us remind you of our major headline. Zamfara State House of Assembly set up committee to investigate the non-payment of workers' salary issue in the state. You heard that troops, cults, then bandits rescued kidnapped victims in Zamfara State. You also heard that Sultan calls on traditional rulers in Zamfara to redouble their effort to end polio in the state. The World Bank to construct new schools in Zamfara State. Be a patriotic citizen. Report any suspicious movement around you. On behalf of the production crew, the news editor Ismail Muhammad Tukur Kaura, and I, Al Hassan Abdul Mumin Imam, saying goodbye to you all.